Welcome. Today we're going to discuss encounter with danger, its execution, some of the things that can go wrong during its execution, things you can do to compensate or fix them, and things you should know in general about the technique. So typically we talk about there's 4 things we can do to an opponent, whether it's us move ourselves off the line of attack, divert them off the line of attack, do a combination of the two, or the 4th one that we don't typically talk about, which is do nothing and just get hit. Well, this is a prime example of you did nothing and you got hit. This is an in-flight minor where they're going to come in and push you, and for whatever reason, I'm talking to you guys and this guy comes out of nowhere and pushes me, or I'm arguing with this guy and suddenly he pushes me and I didn't see it. In either case, we weren't able to react and we have already been pushed. So keep in mind that the ideal phase for the technique is teaching us how to fall in case that happens. We have techniques where we learn to fall forward. We have techniques where we're learning to fall backwards. So this is the one where we're learning to fall backwards. So the first thing that can go wrong is how you fall, because that could potentially end the technique for you, not the opponent. So we get pushed. The idea here is when I fall, I want to try to keep my tailbone and my head off the ground. So the way we do this is with our foot, trying to lift our hip up, and then using our shoulders and arms as a brace, keeping our chin tucked in so that it doesn't hit the ground. Again, the idea is to protect ourselves from the ground because the ground hits harder than any of us. So I want my arms to brace, and then the next thing that can go wrong is I forget about my right leg and I leave it there for him to take advantage of it. I don't want to do that, so the idea is as I fall, I start protecting myself, cocking my weapon and protecting my center line, because again, that's what I'm worried about. So we have a general rule that says don't kick a standing man above the waist. So the idea is as he's coming, I want to stop his forward momentum doing a vertical side kick. And again, using backup mass and bracing angles, in this case my shoulder and my arms, I'm using as a brace to thrust my kick into his groin, getting his head to bend so that it's now at the waist level and we can take advantage of it, and now we are able to bend the rule and kick him to the face. So the next thing that can go wrong here is I, again, put my foot down and forget that he still can step on it and use it against me. So the idea here is that I'm going to pull this back, and as I pull it back, I'm going to start using the rotation to deliver this foot now as a side kick. This is a slicing side kick. The thing that can go wrong here is you try doing it like a roundhouse kick with your foot instead of the heel, or the toes instead of the heel. You want to make sure it's a slicing side kick where we're using the heel or the blade of the foot. And I'm using that as I rotate and start turning to my right. And again, this is slicing across the face, and I'm using the whole rotation to bring me up to my knees and my elbows or my hands. Again, cocking the right foot so it has line of sight for what we want to do next. The idea here is gauging. If this opponent was still coming towards me, I might want to stay down and just use the foot. If it's a little bit farther away, I can come up to my hands. If it's really far away, I can even extend up to my foot to be able to brace and gauge where we want to be to kick him with the back kick. But the idea here is that I want to create space by sending him away and immediately start to stand up. So once I kick, I begin my cross out, which would be to stand up. Again, already put my leg there, and I can come up and cover. So we're going to talk about it one more time. Remember, this is the 4th option where we didn't see it. We've already got pushed. The idea is how to fall properly so you don't get injured. He comes in, I brace, my foot is cocked, it's not out there to get hit. I deliver this, again, using bracing angles, keeping my chin tucked in, vertical, get him to bend over, retract and turn as I slice, and then gauge for the back kick, and immediately cover out without any extra maneuvers. We're going to do the execution one more time without the walking. Up. We hope this video helps you. Thank you very much.